Hi and welcome, I'm Joy. This is my channel Yoga with Joy. So this is day 6 of our lunar yoga series, a 30-day of yoga following the moon cycle. So yeah, it's a lovely practice today. We actually get up, we even do a downward dog, radical. This feels like it's a little bit more energy flowing as we're coming into towards our quarter of moon, and it just feels like energies begin to rise, and I hope you really enjoy it. See you soon. Okay, let's start in a comfortable seated position. So you might want to put a blanket or block underneath where you're sitting, or you could be in cross-legged, however's best for you. And we'll begin by closing the eyes and taking a moment to check out how you're feeling, how you are, as the energy is starting to rise through the month. Still gentle energy. You might notice feeling a little bit more energetic. So start to deepen your breath. So using your ujjayi breath, gently breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. That's your throaty ocean breath. Like the moon dancing on the waves on the shore. And feeling the lifting from the base of your spine through your lower spine, and then the middle of your back to your neck, right to the crown of your head, and resting at your brow center. And as you exhale, feel the softening of your shoulders, neck, face. And breathing right into your torso, so there's a ballooning of your belly, ribcage and chest area, while keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. And then a softening of that area, those areas, as you exhale. And then gently open your eyes, or you can keep them closed if you want to as well. And we'll start with Brahmanaka, which we've done before, where you inhale forward and exhale back, moving round in circles. So imagining this moonlight on the ceiling as you move around, taking the circles. Inhale forward and exhale back. So the sit bones are planted, earthed onto the mat. And then one way, and moving in the other direction. Lovely, good. Perfect. Lovely deep breaths in your own time. Moving at your own pace. Inhale forward and exhale back. And then start to reduce the movement and make the circles smaller, going smaller and smaller until eventually you're resting with your heart over the hips and the head gently over the heart. Lovely. That's nice. Okay, so let's move the neck from side to side. Do stretch out your legs if you need to. So inhaling forward, exhaling to the side. In your own time, it could be slower than I'm doing it. Just create your own pace. Back to center. And then head over to the side. Shoulders relax, inhale up. Over to the other side, taking it slowly. This time we're flowing through these neck side stretches. Wonderful. Super gentle, so being careful of your neck. And then taking a figure of 8 this time. So we're circling the nose in a figure of 8. So following your nose round. Really as slowly as you need to go, so slow it down if you need to. Perfect, good. And then back to center and the other way. Nice. So remember to breathe through your nose. And then back to center. Fantastic. Okay, let's lift the shoulders up. We'll take the right shoulder forward and the left one back. Wonderful. It's a bit of a confusing one, this one. So the right's going forward and the left is going back. Massages the shoulder blades nicely though. And then lifting up and the other direction. The left going forward and the right going back. Perfect, good. Nice. And back to center. That's good. Now we'll lift the arms up and the arms down, forward, up, forward, down, back, 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 down, forward, up. And lifting the arms up, stretching up, clasp the hands, point the fingers, and gently move from side to side with the breath. And if you're needing to do this with the arms, that's fine. But if you can, you're keeping your arms straight and your shoulders relaxed at the same time. Perfect. Lifting up, reaching up, prana mudra. Deep breath. Hands to the heart. Fantastic. And then place the hands behind. Stretch out the legs so that their knees are up. And then from side to side. Giving the hips and the legs a bit of a stretch out. This twist. Wonderful. Back to center. And then we're going to come onto all fours. So here, in this Majarasana Cat Posture, you've got your knees below your hips and your hands below your shoulders. You have a neutral spine so that the energy is running right from the base of the spine at your coccyx through your sacrum, lumbar spine, thoracic spine, up to your cervical spine, your neck, and to the crown of the head. And the neck is an extension of the spine, so you're not dropping it or lifting it. It's just neutral. Shoulders away from the ears. Elbows are the elbow creases are in at each other, but don't make too much of that if it's not working for your body. And then we'll start with a flowing cat. So we'll exhale down and inhale up. Lifting up on the exhale, scooping up your mula bandha, that's your pelvic floor, and your abdominal muscles. Exhaling. Inhale up, arching the back. Exhale, scooping up. From your mula bandha, abs. And inhale up. And taking this flowing motion, every time you exhale, that's when you lift up your abdominal muscles and pelvic floor. Every time you inhale, you're looking up and arching, giving a bit of a sway in your back. Lovely flowing cat, nice. And back into an upward facing cat, and then down into child pose, resting your forearms on the mat. And you can always give your hands a bit of a dance out if you'd like to give your wrists a break. And then gently pad the hands over to the side, so you're coming into a side stretch in child. So you're stretching out. For me, I've gone to the left, so I'm stretching out the right side of my body. And pad the hands back to centre. And over to the other side. For me, that's the right, stretching out the left side of my body. Lovely, deep, slow breaths here. And then the hands coming back to centre. Stretching out your fingers, planting your thumb and your forefinger. Turn around your toes. Lift up your belly and tuck in your pelvic floor, tuck in your tailbone, and come back into a half downward dog. That means you've got bent knees. And then lift up into an acute dog. So you're on your tiptoes and you've got straight legs. And then down into the full expression of downward facing dog. So your heels will be going back towards the mat. So one heel at a time, you can walk out your downward dog. Take a moment in the full expression, so like resting here without walking if you're still able to do this. Take a breath in. Exhale, the knees down. And then back for a moment into child. Then coming up into an upward facing cat. Bring your right leg on the outside edge of your hands. So it's slightly a bit more of a hip opener than if it was in between your hands. Inhale forward and then exhale back. We're stretching out the legs. Now if this is hard for you to do, so keep going if you're okay doing it. If it's hard for you to do, you can use a block, either a flat block or one like this. And it just gives you a little bit more room. Lovely. And then back to stillness. And coming up into low lunge. If this is hurting your knee, put a blanket underneath your knee. Take a moment, low lunge. Up into Prana Mudra. And hands back to the heart. That's nice. Placing your left hand down, either on the block or on the mat, and coming into the twist. So your right hand is up towards the sky. Taking a couple of breaths in the twist. And bringing the hands down, with the knees next to each other again. And down into child. Resting here for a moment. And then coming up into upward cat. And then bring your left leg to the outside edge of the hands. Inhale forward, exhale back. And again, don't forget you can be using a block if you want to create some more space so that you can actually straighten your leg, depending on hip flexibility and hamstrings and length of legs and lower back. All sorts of things like that. Every body is different, remember that. To center, and then coming into the low lunge. Remember, you can have a blanket underneath your knee. Opening up Prana Mudra, hands to the heart, placing the right hand down and the left one up, either on the block or on the mat. Couple of breaths here. And place the hands down, looking forward. And exhale back into child. Take a moment of rest here in child. Will you gently come back up and we'll find our way onto the mat, ready for Shavasana. Have your knees up still for a moment, your feet on the mat. Bring the arms out and have just a little rock from side to side. That's good. And take the knees into the chest, and now a little rock round. And then move down into Shavasana. But first, you could have a full body stretch. Maybe move the toes and the fingers. And then relax. So either your knees up or you have something underneath your knees, or you're resting in Shavasana with or without a blanket. Taking this time to fully rest and rejuvenate on our day 6 of the moon cycle. Relaxing your breath, relaxing your body. Feeling heavy, held, supported. Feeling the deep peace of the moon wash over you. And feel every cell in your body with a deep, calming, peaceful relaxation. Every muscle in your body is soft, resting. Every joint in your body is open and relaxed. Your whole body being supported by the earth. Your breath like waves on the ocean, lit by the moon. Your whole body is relaxed. Now remember, you can keep resting here, or if you're joining me, moving over to the side, taking a moment of rest here. Then coming back up to seated in this final posture for our session today. So closing your eyes, feeling the breath gently rising and falling, rising from the base to the crown, and back again. Feeling the softening of your brow, softening of your face. And let's bring the hands to the heart and close with our Om vibration together. Gently opening your eyes. Namaste. And thank you for joining me on this day 6. So lovely to have you. And tomorrow we'll be visiting day 7, which is our first quarter of our moon, when it's like the moon is in half. Our waxing moon, getting bigger. And yeah, for those who are following this as your cycle, it's entering your maiden phase of your cycle. So rising energy, the spring phase. Okay, so yeah, looking forward to day 7, and thank you so much for today. And yeah, leave any comments about today on at the bottom, underneath. So great to hear your comments, and of course, like this video if you liked it. And if you haven't already, you could subscribe to my channel if you wish to. Anyway, see you tomorrow. If you'd like to become a member of this channel, then you can just click the join button below and it will show you the exclusive membership perks. It'll be so lovely to have you on board. Namaste.